Hey, what's good, y'all? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. This is the day that Allah has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Um, Hope y'all are having a blessed and wonderful day. It's the start of the work week. You know what they say about Monday, Murphy's Law. We're not going to even put that out there. In the likelihood that you're not having a good day or things are not going your way, always know that tough times don't last, but tough people do. Put your faith and trust in Allah, He will see you through. And I could definitely bear witness to that. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. Getting to the topic for this video. So, act Julianna Margulies, she was in the show The Good Wife that was on CBS some years back. Um, I remember her in an episode of maybe an episode or two episodes of The Sopranos. She was in that. She was seeing Michael Imperioli's character, Christopher Maltasante. They had an affair going on. I want to say she was his therapist or something like that, but or something to that effect. But I remember she was in an episode or two of The Sopranos. She's been around for a long time. She's an actress. She's Jewish, and she made a statement on a podcast last month. A stupid statement stating that Black people and the LGBTQ community that they hated Jews, that Black people and LGBTQ community that they hate Jews. Well, I can't speak for the LGBTQ community because I'm not part of that community. I can only speak for, for as a Black man, for our people. And that is such BS because Black people are the most loving, forgiving. We want to be close to white people, even in 2023, and we're 3 weeks from being in 2024. Less than a month away, we'll be in 2024. And still to this day, we have an undying love for white people. So to sit up there and say that Black people, the most forgiving, the most loving, patriotic, not saying we are perfect, not saying that, but ain't nobody perfect. White people sure ain't perfect. Asian people not perfect. Hispanic people not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But we've been the most forgiving, loving, patriotic people in this country's history. And to say that we're hateful is just is nonsense. It's total nonsense. When have Black people called for the death of Jews? I'll wait. When have Black people, um, case in point, case in point, look at the NAACP and the Congressional Black Caucus. I call them Negroes always apologizing to Caucasian people and coons backing Caucasians. Look at these two organizations. The Jews are their puppet masters. They pull their strings. So this lady don't know what the hell she's talking about. She needs to do her damn research instead of running her stupid ass mouth. Do the research and save your apology. What you could do with your apology. You can stick it up. You know where. Save your apology, devil. We don't want it. But getting back to what I was saying, those two organizations, the NAACP and the CBC, they love white people. Matter of fact, they do for others instead of doing for the Black community. Am I right or am I absolutely right? They don't have our back. They don't have our best interests at heart. Black leaders are controlled by Jews. They cater to everyone else. Dr. Claude Anderson has been speaking about this for decades. They cater to everyone else, not us, not us. So again, for this, you bi. I'm not gonna even. I'm not going. I'll try not to cuss on here. For this chick to even utter the words to say we hate other people when we have been hated, when we continue to be hated, to be, just disrespected, used, abused, dejected, rejected, for us to hate somebody, for us to hate other people is asinine to even say that, because she obviously don't know what the hell she's talking about. She just running off at the mouth. That's all she's doing. She's speaking out her ass. So I don't know where she got that garbage from. And Michael Rappaport said something to that effect too. That culture vulture. I never liked that dude. Never liked Michael Rappaport. Never was a fan of his. But he made that same statement. They want to use their racism to go at black people for not supporting their genocide. And unfortunately, there are black people who support Israel, who support that genocide that they're doing to the Palestinians. Van Jones come to mind. All those Negroes on CNN, MSNBC, all these networks. Al Sharpton. I mentioned the Negroes always apologizing to Caucasians, always apologizing to Caucasian people. Excuse me. Negroes always apologizing to Caucasian people. The NAACP, and the Coons backing Caucasians, the CBC. I already mentioned now. These churches, these pastors, they support Israel. So how do you figure that black people hate Jews? Where are you basing this on? Especially, I could say that Jews hate black people. We could say that. They contributed greatly to the transatlantic slave trade. That's right, look it up. The Jews contributed greatly to the transatlantic slave trade. They purchased many ships. They also purchased our ancestors who became slaves once they got on the North American continent. A lot of your slave masters were Jewish. The bankers in New York were sending money to the South. Look it up. Your Rockefellers, um, J.P. Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, all those bankers up in New York were bankrolling the South. Slavery was a profit, even on Wall Street. The Holocaust of our people was a major profit on the stock market because we were considered property. And you could look that up. So we could easily say that Jews hate black people. They controlled the banks back in the 19th century. Again, a lot of your bankers in New York were Jewish. Slave masters, the plantation owners were Jewish. Look this up. So y'all have hated black people. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go back 40 years. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was giving a speech at Madison Square Garden in New York City in 1984, I believe it was. Jesse Jackson was running for president. Jesse Jackson made a comment calling New York Jaime Town. It was callous, it was wrong. Reverend Jackson apologized for it, admitted his mistake, but no, 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 that wasn't enough. The Jews wanted to kill Reverend Jackson and his family. It got so bad that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, sent the FOI to protect Reverend Jackson and his family. Y'all could look this up. I'm not making this up. This was back in 1984 when he was running for the president. When he was running for the president was had run for president. His first time. He ran again in '88, but this was in '84. His first time running. When he was running for president of the country. The FOI, the Fruit of Islam, had to provide security for Reverend Jackson and his family because they were receiving death threats from the Jews. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was giving a speech, Madison Square Garden in 1984. Outside of the arena, the Jews were protesting. Who do we want dead? Farrakhan. When do we want him dead? Now. You can look this up. This is public knowledge. I remember I was 8 years old. I was a little kid, but I remember hearing about it, on Nightline when Minister Farrakhan would come on Nightline or Donahue, and just reports in the news when my parents would watch the news. They were calling for the death of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. They threatened to kill Reverend Jackson and his family. When have black people threatened any of their leaders? Have we threatened to kill leaders of the Anti-Defamation League? That terrorist organization of liars? Have we? I'll wait. Have we called for the death of any of their people, any of their politicians, bankers, even though their forefathers enslaved our ancestors and profited greatly off of our Holocaust? Have we profited off of the Jewish Holocaust in Europe? No. I knew many of people, they're gone now, many older black men who were veterans in World War II who fought over in Europe, who fought against the Nazis. Knew plenty of OGs. Again, they're gone now. They're our ancestors. May Allah be pleased with their souls. But they're gone now. And they fought against the Nazis. Have the Jews fought for us? Have they fought for our liberation? Yeah, okay. We know about the what happened in Mississippi with the two what's Mickey Schwarmer and what's the other guy name? Cheney, the brother Cheney. Those three civil rights organizers that were murdered in Philadelphia, Mississippi in 1964. It was a young black brother named Cheney. That was his last name, Cheney. It was a Jewish young man named Mickey Schwarmer, and there was another guy, another Jewish guy. I can't think of his name, but they were from New York City. Yeah, they marched for us. They marched with us, I should say, in the civil rights movement. Yeah, there were Jewish people who marched with black people. The civil rights movement was secretly bankrolled by the Jews, but let's be honest. Have they ever picked up guns and fought for our liberation? Fought other white people for our liberation? I'll wait. But we fought for their liberation over in Europe. We've defended them tooth and nail. We love them. Many of our athletes and entertainers hire them to be their accountants, their legal counsel, managers, whatso have you. So how the hell do we hate Jews? Julianna Margulies, how? What the hell are you talking about? They always want to paint us as the boogeyman for their oppression when we still being oppressed. Ain't that about something? We've been the most oppressed people for almost 500 years, still being oppressed, and yet we're the boogeyman for y'all oppression? Fuck out of here. And again, many of us don't hate the Jews. We don't hate the Jews. We just tell the truth about what the Jews have done. Many of us. Many of us just tell the truth about the things they've done, like myself. Many others. People who have a larger platform than what I have. Powerful people, powerful black people. They just tell the truth about what the Jews have done. And it's factual. It's true. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been telling the truth about the things the Jews have been doing for decades. He's even said, if you could prove one word of what I said wrong, he would apologize. They haven't done it. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, decades ago, said he will offer his life and give them 10,000 and give them, I forgot, thousands of dollars and his life if they could prove what he said to be wrong. And they couldn't do it then. And they can't do it with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan now. The truth hurts. A hit dog hollers. For decades. And the things that are in the secret relationship between blacks and Jews, volumes 1, 2, and 3, were written by Jewish scholars, their own people. So if your own people telling the truth about your people and we're saying the same thing, how is it that we hate Jews? Make it make sense. I don't get it. There are a lot of black people who don't support Israel. They don't support that terrorist government. They are terrorists. They're no better than the Nazis. As a matter of fact, they're the new Nazis. How ironic, right? You're bombing people who don't have the weaponry like you do, men, women, and children. You're incinerating them, you're murdering them. And not all Palestinian people are on board with Hamas. They're not on board with Hamas. They have nothing to do with that. They think what Hamas is doing is terrible. But why not go after the perpetrators instead of going after school children, elderly people, pregnant women, everyday working men and women trying to live their lives because you want to wipe them out. That's what Israel wants to do. They want to wipe out the Palestinians. Ethnic cleansing. Ethnic cleansing. That's what it's all about. And it's a war on a war on Islam. Ethnic cleansing, and it's a war on Islam. They want to wipe them out totally. Just wipe them out. It's like if you have mice or roaches in your home, you want to wipe them out. You want to eradicate them, and that's what Israel want to do to the Palestinians because they want to reclaim that land back. They want to reclaim. They want to take that land over. They want to make that all a part of Israel. The Palestinians had that land. That used to be Palestine, but Israel wants to take Palestine, the West Bank. They want to take that land over and make it Israel. They want to take it over by any means necessary. And they have been doing this for 75 years and counting. For 75 years. And they won't stop. They will not stop until they take Palestine over and make it part of Israel. That's why they're trying to wipe these people off the face of the earth. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications on when I do videos on here. So Julianna and Margulies need to keep quiet and shut her damn mouth because she doesn't have a clue of what she's talking about. When has she been relevant? I mean, since The Good Wife went off, it was a good show. But when has she been relevant? Just shut up. You have no clue what you're speaking of. Black people hating Jews. Woman, please. I almost said something else, but I caught myself. When? A lot of us don't agree with Israel. So that's hate. That's hate now. We don't agree with something. That's hate. We don't agree with genocide. That's hate. Hmm, funny. When black people are the most forgiving, most we pray. A lot of black we pray. We are the most prayerful, forgiving. We still want to be close to white people. A lot of us, unfortunately, do not want we do not want freedom. We do not want liberation. We still want to be close to the white man, the white people, to the white society. We still want to be close to them, be loving with them, be kumbaya with them. Even when they tell you, nigger, we don't like you. Even when they kill you. And this isn't about hate. Don't hate anybody. Hate is wrong. Hate is To hate somebody because of the color of their skin, because of their ethnicity, that's ignorant. That's idiotic. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying we should love ourselves first. First and foremost, we should love ourselves. How can we show love to everybody else when we hate ourselves? How does that make sense? How can we show love to other communities, help them fight their battles when we hate ourselves and we're battling amongst ourselves? How does that work? Doesn't make sense. A house divided will fall. We should love ourselves first. Be one, black first. This isn't about, this isn't hate speech, it's love speech. Love ourselves first. Then, then once we love ourselves and built ourselves up, yeah, sure. Show love to everybody else, but love ourselves first. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But Julianna Margulies, in the famous words of Willie D, my good brother Willie D, your mama should have your mama should be ashamed and your daddy should have pulled out. Great brother Willie D. Your mama should be ashamed and your daddy should have pulled out. You don't have a clue what you're talking about, woman. A damn clue. And save your sorry ass, pathetic apology. You could take it and shove it where the sun don't shine. You meant every word of that shit. Damn, excuse me. Sorry about that, y'all. You meant every word of that. Every word of what you said, you meant it. You just mad because now you're getting backlash. There wasn't no backlash, you wouldn't be apologizing. So save your apology. You meant every word of it. We don't believe you. I don't believe you. Many others don't believe you. So again, save your pathetic ass apology. On that note, y'all, I'm gonna hop off of here. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Especially this time of year. This is supposed to be the time of joy, good tidings toward all men, whatever, yada yada yada, whatever. The Christmas season, the worst season for criminal activity, the worst time of year. You can look this up. More criminal acts are committed this time of year than any other time of year, than any other time of the rest of the year. This year right here, theft, car break-ins, even murder, suicides, stressful time. Y'all be safe. Again, whether you're going to work, taking the kids to school, picking them up, getting off work, running errands, going to these malls, spending your money, whatever you do, please be safe, especially if you go into these shopping centers. Be safe, be on high alert, brothers as well as sisters. Beware and be aware. Continue to support my YouTube channel and my podcast. I need your love and support. I can't do these without y'all. So please, please, please continue to support your brother. I love y'all. God bless. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.